Mic check, 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Steven back with another video. Today's video, we'll be talking about the state of the WWE. As y'all all know, Vince McMahon has recently retired, and Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Nick Khan, and Shawn Michaels have all really taken over WWE. And we want to talk about, the future of WWE, how things will roll now that Triple H is really running things. But before we get into the video, make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn those post notifications on so you can join Noti Gang. And let's jump into the video. Cue the intro.
Spear, you spazzed on this motherfucker.
I can't stack money to get no chrome heart. You got a bad bitch, you gon' choose who they want. You may gon' move up at my shooters, they gon' dump. We feel some pressure, we gon' move like we Trump. Yeah, my niggas say don't judge like a habit. Yeah, I feel the pressure, I'm still a savage. I keep my distance from these niggas. Wasn't back then, but now I'm shitting on these niggas. I told the rocket when I move. I'm too poppin', no, I can't go back to school. Did some meeting, you a fool. My shooter shootin', check the news. Thought I was sick the way I popped out with them blues. I got a bag on me. Used to be respect, get a laugh out of me. You insecure, no, that ain't me. You living life, no, it ain't free. Can't show no peace when I be walking through the street. Move to LA, yeah, I'd be glad to. Thinking about the shit I didn't know.
So, now that Triple H is head of creative and talent relations, I think the WWE product is going to be better than ever. Don't get me wrong, Vince, you've been great for those last, couple of decades, but I think it was time for you to just hang it up. I think around WrestleMania 35, I felt like, it was time for Vince to really just hang it up. You know what I'm saying? Because a couple of Vince booking decisions over the years has really questioned me. Like, why did you do that Pacific? Why did you have that person win the title? Like, it was so many things that Vince did was like, man, if Triple H was in that position, like, this person would have been getting pushed. This person, like, it's so many what ifs. And I think now WWE is finally in good hands. Triple H, we all know what he did in NXT. NXT was a great product. Overall, I wasn't always the big fan of it. Like, early NXT days when there was Asuka, Sasha, Bayley, I really got into NXT. And Triple H really created a lot of stars that we like to see today. Like, for example, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Adam Cole, Damian Priest, Ricochet. Like, I could keep going on and on. Like, Triple H has built so many good stars that some of those stars are now thriving on the main roster, and some aren't really what they used to be in NXT. Shayna Baszler, she was a monster at NXT. Like, I'm talking about, like, she was literally, to me, the Brock Lesnar of that women's division at NXT. She was, like, dominating the whole division, a 2-time NXT women's champion. Like, Shayna Baszler looked like a star in the making. Once she got to the main roster, she started to get a push. You know what I'm saying? She challenged Becky at WrestleMania 36, which I felt like Shayna should have won. I thought that was a perfect time to put the title on Shayna, but they went ahead with Becky. Ever since then, I mean, yeah, she's been in a tag team with Nia Jax and things like that, but it hasn't really been the same since. Like, Shayna Baszler is not the beast that we all knew that she could be back in NXT. She's just not the same anymore. It's kind of like she's just floating around the roster. That is an example of a star at NXT. Once Vince got his hands on her, she's non-existent. And again, I'm not saying every NXT stars go up to the main roster and fail, because there's definitely been that has been successful. So I feel like now that Triple H is running things, I feel like stars that come up from NXT like Carmelo Hayes, Braun Breaker, Grayson Waller, Cora Jade, even Mandy Rose from Toxic Attraction. Like, a lot of these stars, I think now that Triple H is running things, will be successful on the main roster. I'm not saying all of them will be successful, but I think 80% of people that get called up to the main roster will be successful now that Triple H is in office. Now, if it was Vince McMahon, I think, you have about a 50-50 chance of being successful on the main roster, depending on what Vince sees on you. But we don't have to worry about that no more, because we know Triple H is going to make sure he pushes his NXT guys. We already see Tommaso Ciampa getting a push. He has a U.S. title match against Bobby Lashley next week on Raw. I guarantee you, if Vince was here, man, Tommaso Ciampa's not even doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So Triple H is just really going to bring us into a fresh new era. He's already been doing a great job. Like, these past 2 Raws has really been great. You know what I'm saying? SummerSlam was amazing. Like, the fact that he had Bayley, the Dakota Kai, and Io Shirai, they're a faction, and Vince McMahon rejected that faction, which is like, wow. Like, he rejected this faction. Thank God Triple H is here, because if it wasn't for Triple H, we would have never got that. Like, I mean, he turned Becky Lynch back to face, which, don't get me wrong, I actually kind of somewhat liked Becky as a heel, but Becky does fit more as a baby face. So he's already making big changes. The fact that he even got Sasha Banks and Naomi back, which is going to bolster that SmackDown division if they go to SmackDown. Like, look, Triple H is going to do some big things for WWE. I think WWE is in great hands, and you still have Stephanie McMahon. Look, Stephanie McMahon is going to be the CEO. She's going to handle everything business. I think that's a great pairing. Triple H, he's handling everything when it comes to booking, talent, and pushing stars. And Nick Khan and Stephanie McMahon will handle everything when it comes to business and bringing as much money as they possibly can into the company. And Shawn Michaels, he's basically the Triple H of NXT 2.0. He's booking everything. He's pushing stars. He has created a lot of stars in NXT, which when they get to the main roster, like, my God, Carmelo Hayes, that is a WrestleMania caliber main event guy. Like, I see him main eventing a couple of WrestleManias down the line. You have Cora Jade, who I think once she gets to the main roster, she's going to be a star on either SmackDown or Raw roster. I see her as a future world champion. Toxic Attraction, I think, is going to be the next big faction and on the main roster, or they're already big on the NXT scene. So there's so much things that Shawn Michaels is doing with NXT. Is like, bro, like, this is like the perfect tandem. You have Triple H controlling the main roster. We all know how good he is. You have Shawn Michaels, running things in NXT. NXT's been great. And now you have Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan when it comes to business, running things there. So WWE is in great hands. Look, Vince, we all love you and all, but you made a great decision, even though I feel like Vince was kind of forced to step down because of all his allegations that were going on. But thank for God that he stepped down when he did, because the product has definitely gotten better. Raw last night, well, a couple of nights ago, was his highest it's ever been rated since the pandemic era, which is crazy to think. So I'm excited to see what Triple H and Shawn Michaels, Stephanie McMahon, and Nick Khan really do with WWE, because if Triple H is running things, WWE for this next decade is going to be an awesome product. And I think WWE will really start to elevate itself. And I think now that Triple H is running things too, I think AEW should be worried too, because now that people in AEW see that Triple H is running things, people like Adam Cole, O'Reilly, maybe even Jay Cargill, a lot of these people are going to start looking at WWE as like, yo, I can go to WWE. Because Vince is not running things anymore. Now that Triple H is running things, like, I think Tony Khan need to start thinking about really locking down some of his stars long term, because if Triple H is running things, he definitely is going to steal some stars from AEW. And I already see MJF coming to WWE. I already see it happening. So if I'm Tony Khan, I better step up the product, because if Triple H booking is elite for the next couple of years, AEW will be in trouble. Because people already like Triple H, and now that he's running things, that's going to incentivize them to, like, I don't have to re-sign with AEW. Especially if you already have a great relationship with Triple H. Like, look at a guy like Keith Lee, Swerve, Adam Cole. Like, they're going to be like, once my contract is up, I'm going to AEW. And some AEW star contracts are already up. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm Tony Khan, I better watch out, because AEW might not be a thing for a couple more years, especially if Triple H is running things. But that's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn those post notifications on so you can join the gang. And I'm out. Peace.
It was me and my bros, we was 10 toes on that front line. Know who got your back and who was with you when it's crunch time. I only hang with day one niggas, they by my side. Don't hesitate, they let they guns fly. Got shooters who fell in love with gunfire. Gun smoke, we let them have it if they want more. We got motion like a tight end. My niggas shoot guns for fun, got switches, ain't no fighting. Tryna make it out the hood, but most of my niggas dying. Tryna make it out who I'ma spend his bag with. Tryna run it up for these hard times that I ain't had shit. My mind can't even suck the fact that I'm a savage. Bitch, come to me on my birthday, no you can't have shit. I bought this glizzy in an outfit that I brought from Nemo. His first body on that Gen 5, he still say fuck it, keep it.